Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 useful locations in Palworld that you might want to keep in mind when playing the game. Some of these locations are great for mining, others have interesting items, some have merchants, and more. So as per the usual, sit back, relax, subscribe for more Palworld videos, and let's dive in. Okay, so I'm going to be going over these locations in no particular order. Just keep in mind that depending on where you are and where you spawn in will depend on how far these locations are. And also note that I will probably be putting out a follow-up video to this because there are a lot of useful locations in the game, and as of the time I'm putting this video together, which is before launch, I actually haven't explored the entire map just yet. So these are things that I found within the first 50 to 60 hours of gameplay, but there's sure to be even more. Anyways, there is a set of PAL sanctuaries, if you will, with rare spawns and coal. I personally prefer this one at the bottom. I actually ended up building a breeding farm down there, and it's useful because you can get ore, you can get coal, and you can find rare PALs. This is actually where you find my neighbor Totoro with his minigun that you guys have probably seen a million times in the trailer. There are several other monster sanctuaries like this, and some of them will allow for you to find some of the tower bosses, others will have other rare spawns, and these are just really useful locations to keep in mind. Just do note that you commit a crime whenever you come here, so if you see some officers in the area, do not interact with them because they'll try to kill you. This next area is pretty good for mining sulfur, which is important for getting gunpowder, and ores, which is important for getting ingots, refined ingots, and eventually PAL ingots as well. This is located on the volcano near the boss tower containing the boss with the electric dragon, and is just a stone's throw away from there. Sulfur can be seen by these yellowish boulders, and then you can find ore further up with these shiny metallic looking ones. A lot of these different types of rocks only spawn in certain areas, so stuff like the coal we talked about in our last point and the sulfur here aren't found in every location, just like regular stone and ore are. This next one is super useful because it has 3 very important merchants. One of them will sell you some really useful items like PAL oil, which can be used for creating various weapons. They'll also sell you bones, which is needed for the concrete mix, and some other useful stuff like that. The second one will sell you mega spheres, which it's just nice to have a way to buy these things, and various ammo for your guns, which is a little bit pricey, but still nevertheless definitely useful to have. He also sells a musket for an outrageous price, but you know, if you really want a gun early, that's the way to get it. There's also actually a guy who will sell you PALs as well if maybe you're trying to fill out your PAL deck and haven't found any of these. This area is also good because it's got a lot of spots to farm for mining materials around it as well, so keep that in mind. Next up, we got the statue of Anubis, which is located in this location. Now, there is a skill fruit tree here, and what skill fruit trees do is they actually grow various skills that you can teach to your PALs. This allows you to really customize them. Like, for example, my fire phoenix bird thing, Suzaku, has an ice breath move that I use in order to help it give out damage against a certain dragon type boss. The skill fruit will respawn over time, so it's a good spot to go check every once in a while, and there are a crazy amount of wild egg spawns in this location, so it's also another thing you might want to check as days progress. I think this is definitely a good spot to make sure you're coming back to every once in a while. Finally, for number 5, we have this ancient city area, which spawns quartz, which you're going to need quartz in order to build some of the electrical equipment within the game, which is, I'd say, like mid to late game, but nevertheless still important. Also, if you fly up to the very, very top of one of the buildings, you will find 4 chests that contain some very strong items, including a schematic for an assault rifle. But yeah, guys, all that being said, those were 5 useful locations in Palworld that you should definitely keep your eyes on. Again, there's a high likelihood that I will be making a follow-up video to this, something titled like 5 more useful locations or something. And you know what? Why don't you guys leave in the comments some of your most useful locations that you found so far and whereabouts they were. Maybe we can do like a community-driven version of this video as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I've got a lot more content planned, so stay tuned. And just wanted to quickly say special thanks to my channel members and patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Drow Ghost, Candy Marunci, and Tragsoft. And with that, we'll see you next time. Peace.